So hello guys, in today's video basically we will discuss about the method reference. What is method reference, what is the need of method reference, why we use method reference. So in this video we will discuss all this topic. So basically the method reference has come to overcome the lambda expression. Basically in the lambda expression what we have to do, we just use lambda expression and write the method name. But what about the code reusability? That's why method reference has come. By using method reference we can use multiple times of a similar method, but when it comes to a lambda expression we have to call that method. So by using method reference we can easily communicate and use that method. How it works, so let's understand first its definition. So method reference in Java is a shorthand notation of lambda expression. Yeah, basically in the lambda expression we have to write some one line of a code, but when it comes to a method reference we have to just write two keywords. First is a class name or second is a method name based on your requirement. If it is a constructor reference, so class name, double colon, then new keyword. So let's understand, it provides a way to method without executing that, improving code reusability. Okay, so basically it uses double colon operator to separate class or object from the method name, because we know that there is two types of method. First is a normal method that is related to instance. First is instance method, second is a static method. So method reference is a shortcut of lambda expression that calls an existing. Yeah. Instead of writing x some method x, we can write class name and double colon method name. So prior that, let's understand here. Let's see lambda expression. If we want to call any method by using lambda expression, so we use this rule or this way. But when it comes to a method reference, so we directly call class name double colon method name. So how it is works, and types of method reference, basically there are three types of. So let's understand first a method reference, that is a instance method reference. Instance method reference. So prior that, let's create some method. For example, we have created public int area, so int length and int breadth. So here what we do, here we will return L into B, and public void display, and inside the display we have written that area of triangle, and for example here we have used area method. Apart from it, let's create int area is 0, and here we will update area equal L into B, and here we will print that area. Okay, so it's very easy to understand, and let's go and call it into a main method. So for example, method reference, this is the main method. So for calling that method, follow the previous previous rules. We directly create its object square, sq equal new square, and here we will give, for example, 20 or 10, and system dot out dot println, and here we call sq dot area, and here we will give 20, and it's not a construct, this type of constructor, 10 20 and 10, control s shift f6. Now here you can see that 200. So basically here we have used the previous, or traditional way to create a method, then we to create object, then we call it method. But by using lambda expression we have removed it. We have not a removed, but we are generally not using it. For the code understanding purpose we generally use lambda expression. So basically we have used class. Now it comes to a method reference. So for understanding the method, what we can use here, we can just create one method. Here we have used square method. Here you can see that it's an abstract method, because it comes under the interface. So it is abstract method. So how it can connect with the this area method, let's understand. So basically for that, what we do, we just remove it. Sq, it is because a object or instance method, that's why we will not remove it. We will just create some x, it is a interface. It will basically sq double colon area. Now it will refer to the area. So basically let's go and change its variable area answer, and control C, control V, and here control V. So after it, let's come and see here. So basically here what we have done, basically we have in some x is not a functional interface. Okay, so basically it is not a functional interface, so let's remove it. Basically it works always with the functional interface. So basically in the area method of the square, first of all we have created the square object, and inside the square object we have created the area method that will take two parameters. And when it comes to the main method, first of all we have created the object for getting the its instance method we have created, and then using double colon, by using method reference, we have called that method. But the thing that has changed, that we have used interface, that is, this is a interface, some x interface. Internally we have created one abstract method, that is a or b, because it is the functional interface. Okay, and that's why it has taken, and this is the power of method reference. We can directly write it like this, and after this what we do, we just call it system.out.println, and here we will call x dot area, and here we will give 23 and 14. Control shift F6. Here you can see there's the output. So by using the functional interface, we have removed to write the and call the square method. It just like for example, if we want to only define the method, we currently we don't want to invoke it, so we just create just like this, and we can use anywhere wherever we want. And apart from it, here you can see that we have directly call it. Now it will invoke the actual method. It has only created the method reference. It just like you can say that it is a your declaration type, and wherever we want, we can use reuse this code as well. For example, now I want to reuse, and we want to give another another parameter, so we can directly give 34 and 45. Control S, shift F6. Here you can see that. So basically it has converted method as a variable. This thing works like a variable, so we can use multiple method, multiple with different parameters. So we use this way, and by this way we can easily code understanding is very easy to understand, and code reusability we can use multiple times. Here you can see that. But the main thing that we use functional interface to show that. Apart from it, if you think that here we can use area, then it will work. No, here you can use anything. For example, answer area. Now it's a different from this. Here you can see the area, and here we have taken answer area. So then after what we do, here we will call answer area, because here we are using interface reference. Yeah, here you can see. Now it will work. And apart from it's basically it is a instance method. Now come to the static method. For example, we have created this method as a static. Okay, control S, and we have removed just okay, and let's go and see here. Basically here again we will use some x again, some x equal s equal for example square. Basically it's a static method, so we will call it. And what is the method name? Area. Here you can see that it has not generated any kind of error. Basically here we have created the method answer area, and here we have created the method that is just area, but it is a static type. So by using method reference, what we do, we just remove it. We just call this area method of the square static method, and we will hold it in the some example, that is an interface, by using method reference. And after it we can directly use it. Ax dot answer area 23. This is the static method reference. shift F6. Yeah, here you can see that. So these are the ways to use this. And apart from it, let's create a we have understand first of all method instance method reference. Here you can see that we have done this and we have done this. Now move to the constructor reference. So how it works? So basically, for understanding the constructor reference, for example, here we have created one method that will return square. For example, square, it is returning the square, and here we give get square. It is the abstract method. Here it is the interface, so that's why it will be a abstract method, and it is a functional interface. So always focus that the interface we use as a reference always it be a functional interface. And square, here you can see that. And let's create its constructor public square. And yeah, object has created. Here for example, we have given a object, new object has created. Okay, and now go to its method. And what we do, for example, prior that we know that for creating the object, what we do, we just write it square sq equal new square, something like this. But now by using constructor reference, we will not use this rule, and we directly give square and give new keyword. And apart from it, if when we want to call when we want to use the square object, so we just call square square sq1 equal ex dot get square. So from this method, this is the abstract method of the some example, so it will directly call this method and it will return the square object. And you can see that control s shift f6, it will return new object has created. But when it comes to reference purpose, here you can see that it will not print anything. It is because it is a declaration and it's an invoking phase. And by using this, we can use this variable or a reference to create multiple times of square object. We don't have to create write a square as equal new square, and then we will use it. And if for example this constructor reference, that is an example. For example, it is taking some extra variables for as a parameter. uh, let's understand easily. For example, it's a square and it is taking its constructor is taking multiple, for example, multiple variables or a parameter. So we have to write it every time. So we have to create a square s1 equal new square, and we have to pass all the arguments. But when it comes to the method reference or a constructor reference, we can directly give it, we will also define it, and then we will directly create by new keyword. And whenever we will use, we will directly call it, and here we will pass that reference. So you can easily understand, we by using constructor reference, we can only declare the constructor, and wherever we will use it, we will pass that all the arguments and all variable. So here you can see that it's a reference, this reference variable work as a constructor reference. Okay, and we basically use double colon to define the constructor reference. And for example, now we don't want this. Without using this interface, how we will call it? So for example, we have deleted this. Someone has told that we want to use this square method, square area method, how we will use. So basically, prior this video, we have learned some other, other functional interface, that is a function. Basically, we know that it will take first parameter as an integer, and second will be a its return type. So basically, square method is a area. Yeah, here you can see that. By using this, we can also use the method reference square. Basically, we have written the wrong meaning. Yeah, square. So why it is throwing error? Let's see. Incompatible method reference, method in class can't be applied given type intent. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so basically here what we have done. Okay, so it is taking two argument or two parameters. So here we will use by function. So for example, here we have used by function. Just import it. Yeah, here you can see that for example we have created another method. Another method that is also area, but it is taking one argument, this, and we want to use this. So for example, what we use, we will just go and here we use function integer integer fun1 square area. So what method name we have given? Area, public static int area. So why it is throwing error? Expected. Okay, so basically here we have not used double column. So here you can see that this is the different parameter related method, and this is a different parameter related method. But by using by function, we know by function will take two argument in its method and return one value, and same with function, but function will take only one argument, one parameter. That's why it has. And let's call it, so it will call the square method, system.out.println, and here we will give the function dot apply, and here you can give 20, and here we can give 10, and let's jump into a function. We will call it function, and here we will give f1 dot area, sorry, apply. It is because function, inside the function there is apply method, and here we have given 30. Control S. So basically this function apply method will call this area method, and this function will call uh, this area method. So it's very easy to write this. Here you can see that how we have written it. We have used the predefined functional interface, and we have directly called it as a reference by using method reference. So here you can see that, and yeah, here you can see that basically we are learning these method references to use a multiple, when we will call multiple times this method, so we can directly call this function dot apply. We don't have to write again square dot get area, something like this. We can directly use this method, and it will hide all the implementation details. It is very hard to understand someone's which method this interface is calling. Okay, and just control as shift F6. Here you can see that 300 and 200, 20 into 10 200, and 30 into 10 300. We have used this